Per usual, high school football will be popping this weekend and starting tonight with a heavy hitter in Indiana. Two of the top squads there in the state going toe-to-toe. Center Grove taking on Cathedral, that one at 7 p.m. Then, of course, back in our neck of the woods in Florida, St. Thomas Aquinas there taking on Cardinal Gibbons. By the way, the Chiefs looking for their second consecutive win over the Raiders, which could move them closer in that top 25. And then you can't forget out west, Centennial taking on Norco at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And then in Texas, you got Allen at Denton Guyer, that one at 8 p.m. By the way, you might want to keep all those in tap. As I mentioned, it has something to do with the top 25. All right, time to bring in the best two-piece with a side of fries. The fellas from MaxPreps, Steve Montoya and Zack Poff, checking in here with me on HQ. And let's start with the sauce here because, Zach, that's what you call it. Game of the week, Center Grove at Cathedral, both 8-0. What are we watching here between these two?
Yeah, man, you look at all the games throughout the entire season, and this one is going to be one of the most evenly matched. You look at Center Grove, they check in as the number 9 team in the country. They're 8-0. They've won 22 games in a row. They're the defending 6A state champs. And the team they're playing, Cathedral, they're 8-0, and they've won 21 of their last 22. That only L was a 17-13 loss at the end of the game against Center Grove last season. They're the defending 5A state champs. And if you compare these teams on paper, they're very similar. They both have big-time quarterbacks. You got Danny O'Neill for Cathedral. He's one of the top 2024 gunslingers. And then you got Taven Jackson for Center Grove. He's a 2022 Tennessee commit. Both teams are great defensively. Caden Curry leads the charge for the Trojans defense. And then you look at Cathedral, they got guys everywhere, but the linebacker, Jeffrey Utzinger, is one of the top linebackers, one of the most underrated cats in the class of 2022. And I think what this game's going to come down to, man, is it's going to come down to turnovers, is what defense can force the quarterback to throw an interception here or there. I think this is going to be a one-score game. 6 of the last 7 have been decided by one score, and they've split the last 4. And if you had to put me on the spot here, I think Center Grove's going to win this one by a field goal late.
All right, our neck of the woods, of course, here in Florida, number 15, St. Thomas Aquinas, they're taking on Cardinal Gibbons. The Raiders coming in, though, with a 5-game win streak here. Steve, what are you watching in this matchup?
Yeah, you mentioned it off the top. Cardinal Gibbons won the matchup last year, and so I think this is a big revenge game for the Raiders and St. Thomas Aquinas. They're looking to show what they're made of, and both these teams, you know what's great about it? It's a big in-state rivalry. Both these teams know how to win. Cardinal Gibbons 2 state titles in the last 3 years. St. Thomas going for their 3rd straight. So you have 2 powerhouse programs that know how to win. I'm keeping an eye on the quarterback situation tonight. Zion Turner for St. Thomas Aquinas has been playing well as of late. The 3-star has thrown 13 touchdowns. He's got guys to throw to. Camden Brown, a Pitt commit. He's got a 2023 junior kid and Isaiah Hard. So he's got playmakers all over the field, which Cardinal Gibbons is going to have to really control. I mean, if you know anything about the history of the Aquinas Raiders, they put people in the NFL, left and right. And for Gibbons, their quarterback, Dylan Risk, I mean, he's a junior quarterback. He's looked very good at times, but he's also thrown 5 interceptions this season. So this will be a big test for him and his squad. And again, I'm going to bring it back to a revenge game for St. Thomas Aquinas. I think they're going to win big tonight by 14.
As you mentioned, it should get a little smoky in the city here down in Florida Saturday night at 7 p.m. Out west, we got a big one here in SoCal. Number 14, Corona Centennial taking on Norco. And, Zach, the Huskies, they might have a little bulletin board material dating back to last spring here.
Yeah, man, they still upset. When they released the schedule, they had this one circled on the calendar. Norco upset Corona Centennial's 57-game Big 8 winning streak last season. It was the first L they've had in conference since 2009. And outside of that, this is a statement game for Corona Centennial, not just because they're playing Norco, but they want to, show the world that, hey, we're one of the best teams in SoCal. We're just as good as number 1 Mater Dei, number 5 St. John Bosco, and number 8 Servite. And they get the Valley Sports game of the week down in SoCal. So there's going to be a lot of eyeballs watching these dudes. And I think the Huskies are going to put on a big-time show, man. And I think Izzy Carter's going to have a big game. He's a junior quarterback. He's got that drip, man. He's got that sauce. He's a big-time playmaker with his arm and his legs. They got a bunch of wide receivers to get the rock to. But the thing that's impressed me the most with the Huskies this year is the defense. They got a big-time front 7, and I love the secondary led by Jaden Mickey, a 2022 Notre Dame commit. But you look at Norco real quick. They got a couple of big-time playmakers, especially Jaden Ott, one of the best running backs in Southern California. So this is going to be a fun game. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored, but I think Corona Centennial is going to be the first team this year to put a 50 spot on Norco.
Oh, wow. Norco coming in, of course, 6-1 of the season. As you mentioned, this would be a tough out for either side there. Steve, over in Texas, Allen and Denton Guyer, statement game for maybe two teams that are ranked in the top 100 here?
Yeah, definitely so. I think this is going to have like a playoff atmosphere feel to it. And in Texas, that's a big deal, big crowds. This is going to be a good one. And Denton Guyer really, I think, is the team to watch here because Allen is 5-0 against them dating back to 2014. So Denton Guyer really, really wants this game. They're close. They're right there. Their 4-star quarterback, Jackson Arnold, he's been balling this year, thrown for 14 touchdowns. So he's going to be a big piece to this game. Allen has their running back, Jalen Jenkins. He's rushed for 14 yards. Something has to give in this game because Guyer is allowing 16 points per game. Allen is scoring 44 points per game. So this is going to be a big one right here. And two teams that want to get back in those state championship fields. Allen, last time they won state title, 2017. Guyer back-to-back in 2012 and 13. So state of Texas is going to see a good one tonight. I think this one is going to have huge crowds. It's going to be fun. This one, I look forward to seeing how this one plays out.
Yeah, that one kicking off there in the Lone Star State at 8 p.m. As we always say, look, everything is big in Texas, so this would definitely be a big one tonight. Zack Poff and Steve Montoya, appreciate your time breaking out everything tonight and also the slate for the weekend. But before we go, though, I need to get your top recruits or prospects to kind of look for into the weekend and the rest of the season. Starting with you, Zack.
All right, hey, give me 1 sec. I got to grab something. You got to do this for the big guys, man. You already know, man. It's time for the popcorn.
Okay.
You see it right there. And we talk about El Campo's 5-star running back, Reuben Owens, the number 2 rated running back in the class of 2023. I think he's going to ball for 300 plus and 5 tutties tonight. You just look at the tape, man. This dude does it all. He's a complete package. He reminds me of former North Shore 5-star running back Zach Evans. He's a big-time playmaker, and just get the ball into this dude's hands and good things happen. I think he's going to go for 300 plus tonight, man. Get your popcorn ready, baby.
I don't have any popcorn, but I got a good name, and it's Frankie Valentino from Cathedral City High School in California, 2-star. No offers yet, but I think they're coming. He's 6 foot, 170-pound running back. He is tied in the country for the most rushing touchdowns with 20. Last game, get this, he rushed 8 times for 251 yards and 5 TDs. That's 31 yards per carry. I mean, he went off. He has 9 TDs in his last 2 games. So watch out for Frankie Valentino from Cathedral City High School.
Well, you already caught my attention with the name. I mean, that's the coolest name right now. That's just a little swaggy, as Zack would say. And Zack, you showed the popcorn, but where's the popcorn? You just...
Man, you going full Mando on me, man. Hey, I got to get some, man. I ate it all watching my Dodgers advance to the NLCS last night, so it's all gone now.
Okay. Tommy Tran would not like that, my friend. Oh, there we go. There we go, Steve. Holding it down. I know. Next year.
Probably. We'll be back.
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
be back.
Fellas, as always, appreciate your time breaking it down for high school football. Always a good time here on Fridays. Of course, MaxPreps giving us everything you need to know. Hey, the rosters, the schedules, the highlights, the rankings, big matchups tonight and tomorrow across the country. Check out the fellas at MaxPreps, always that #1 source when you're talking high school football.